Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Ueno-san wa Bukiyou. Last episode we got to meet Mina, the tennis club president, and she was an interesting one. She was very passionate about the subject, and for some reason believed that putting up a sign that says just no Ponsu on it would keep people away. That's not how that works at all. That was probably one of the funniest bits of the episode. Although the best bit was when she really tried to prove her point to Tanaka. That was some good stuff. But yeah, we're at the final episode, which is a little bit sad. I wasn't completely sold on this show after the first episode, but over time it definitely grew on me quite a bit, and I'm gonna be sad to see it end, but it's gotta happen. So let's just get into it and I hope it's a good final episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Spearmint gun Kyuu? I got nothing for that. Eyeball things. And you're a new character. Who are you? I take it you guys had an invention from Ueno for some problem that we'll learn more about after the opening. But she says eyeball things. I don't think it's literally intended to be eyeballs. Maybe they're just like small spheres. I don't know. Either way, I'm not sure what her problem was that fixed or attempted to fix. We know the tennis president wanted a magical. Oh, there's the eyeballs. Okay, maybe they are eyeballs. Never noticed those until now. But okay, yeah, what did she want eyeballs for? Was she trying to stalk someone? That's the most logical guess. But yeah. Yeah, those are eyeballs. Yeah, what'd you do to them? Yeah, what do they do? Oh, a lot of these inventions need to be peeping related in some way. Trying to see a pattern. Okay. I mean, if the eye is that terrifying looking, I get it. Eyeball drones, what a great idea. That's a little bit scary. Dragon radar. Well, parallel radar, whatever it's called. Unogawa, okay. I have fixed it. Give me a minute. I'll get to it. I had to screw things in, unscrew things, replace a couple wires, smack it a couple times. It'll get done. Have some patience. Okay. Yeah, a lot of club leaders seem to come here. Oh, I'm on the lookout right now. Oh, close. I mean, I don't see that problem. What are you doing with that hand? Oh, well, I guess we got our answer. Well, maybe she should do some more exercise then. Probably pretty good for that. This girl also lays down on that bit in the opening, so. I stop abusing the poor bud. It's been through a lot in this show. I'm looking at it. It's all right. He's a little bit brutal. Uh, looks like what, Tanaka? What are you getting at here? Oh wow. Oh, okay then. That's good to hear. I'm okay with this development. Just spit it out, man. What are you getting at? I'm confused as well. Don't feel too bad, Unogawa, and we're not on the same page at all here, clearly. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you are. Oh, wow. I... She looks nothing like a dude. What are you talking about? That's savage, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we must prove to him our femininity. Let's just take the rest off. A little bit rude, but you know, just expressing his opinion. I see. You don't have to show me more than that if you want me to believe you. Just wow, Tanaka. Oh no, you left the eyeballs behind. They just wanted to watch you. Well then. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be a little bit considered rude. I saw that. Like, just still can't believe you thought that. I didn't get that impression at all. No. Oh, don't abuse our mascot. Ow. Ooh, I wouldn't mind seeing those two interact with each other. Ballot time? Like a voting ballot? Death by tofu. Oh, emotion. Okay. Two, of course. Okay. Huh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. Interested? Okay, I guess that's an important distinction. Guess we'll find out. And it's just an excuse for handholding, isn't it? I know you well enough, Ueno. Think she shut down. I guess she wasn't ready for the sudden handhold. Yeah, there's no point in that. This is an interesting reaction from her. Now it's just a sweaty hand. Might want to let go. Let's just get the gum. Oh. We're, okay. So can two extra people taste it, or how exactly does this work? I think she might be overheating again. Yeah, she's ready. Just put it in your mouth already. Before she sweats to death. uh, let's say it together. Oh, did not transmit that far? She's so sweaty. I guess that's a good point. You gotta have some extra. You can't just say such things. Don't be silly, Yamashita. Yes. Yes. Hold my hand better. It's great hearing her struggle to say it. Yes, that's what she means. Oh, Ueno. He's gonna break at this rate. Oh god. Uh, uh, wow, why did your hair get that long? You're not even gonna be able to get it out the door. Well, she reached her boiling point. Oh wow, it's like became a legit fight. Uh, I'm clumsy. How clumsy are you, Miss Ueno? The answer is quite a bit. Yeah, I just thought she was gonna hit him once, but he's actually straight up blocking several blows. Like that was interesting. But this is pretty cool idea here. Yes, good memories. Pansu, water that wasn't originally water. All sorts of fun things. And yes, I remember I remember that part. Uh, covering that blushing face, I see. Oh wow, he got burned from that face. How hard are you blushing, Ueno? Like that's like the colossal titan level of steam there. And yeah, that's it. It's a final episode, so I'll just let the credits roll by. Why not? Whew, yeah, this. Yeah, I'd say it was a. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was the best episode of the series, but it was a good enough one to be the final one. It certainly had its moments. It definitely had its moments. And we got a new character, so that's something I'm always happy about. It's just amazing how many. I started to see a theme with the new characters. A lot of them were like club leaders and wanting something to avoid people peeping on them. Like that was a pretty. Those two were both pretty common themes among them, which is interesting. Which is kind of ironic because this is an anime, so people watch it. People watch them as a result, the audience. But anyway, yeah, that was the 12th and final episode of Ueno-san wa Bukiyou. And this episode, what was our first scene again? That was that was the eyeball one. We got him. We got to meet a new character. Her name was Uno Gawa, I want to say. She was like a gymnastics girl, the club leader. And she had like these eyeballs that float around as like drones, Again, like I said, to prevent peeping, which I guess is a big problem for some of these characters. Which is odd because a lot of them are fairly perverted, so you'd think they wouldn't have too much of a problem with it, but that's it's their thing. And this one especially seemed to be pretty close with Ueno. One scene she actually smacks that butt. What else does she do? She also rubs the belly. She rubs the belly, tries to get her to join the club. Like she kind of, yeah, she really went after that belly there, and lays around a lot. And then it gets to the funny part, which was Tanaka. Tanaka made some comment about their relationship or something. And, I initially thought he was having some Yuri implications there. Like, hey, are you two like that? Are you like a couple or something? Do you both swing that way? I thought that was what before he was going with that. But he kept going at it, and I was really confused. Like, what are you talking about? Just a bunch of question marks appeared on the screen. Like, nobody was on the same page here. They were just like, what are you talking about? Compare, like, what are you on about? But yeah, then he accused to Unagawa of being a guy, and that was clearly not true. I still don't really get how he came to that conclusion. Like, I mean, I know she has short hair and a flat chest, I guess, but none of that's like super surprising or anything for a girl in this school. So I don't know. Maybe if I paid more attention to the conversation, I could get how he came to that conclusion. But just it came as a pretty big shock to me that that he thought that, and his surprised look when she said that she was a woman, that was great too. Like, what, are you serious? You actually are? That was pretty great. She was really, and she was a little bit upset about that accusation there. But I did enjoy her trying to like prove it. Like, see, I'm totally a girl. Can't you see by looking? That was good. I do like her because of her, the blue that she has, blue hair, blue leotard, whatever it's called. I do appreciate her making sure that she got the point across that she was indeed a female. Very, very important to clarify that. That was a fine little scene there. The second one was some sort of taste transmission device where you hold hands and you can taste the flavor that the person is experiencing, which is an interesting idea, I suppose, That way you only one person gains calories and both of you get to enjoy the flavor, so I'd say that's a pretty good invention. What made this a bit different? Well, first of all we had Tanaka hold hands preemptively, premature hand holding, which caught her a bit off guard, got her very sweaty. And then we also had Yamashita hold the other hand of Ueno, which I don't know if that was part of the plan. I think that was a bit surprising for her, I just really love the looks on Ueno's face during this part where they're both kind of holding hands. She just looks around, blushes, steams up, sweats a lot. Pretty understandable reaction overall, I guess. And then and then apparently the hand holding wasn't quite enough. We had to have more physical, more intimate hand holding. And her attempt to explain this to Tanaka was great. And then his response, "Oh, you mean like how couples hold hands?" And that was kind of the last straw for Ueno. She reached her point and just had to leave at that point. Just, yeah, like at 9 minutes 52 seconds, just look at this reaction. She's completely red, both hairs sticking up high in the air, looking like upwards diagonally. Kind of just Ueno's in the entire show, when Ueno's voice actors did such a great job with that character. I was really impressed with that. Definitely the best voice acting work in the show. She pulls off those really flustered scenes very well. It's just great. Sayonara, Ueno. And then you just have Yamashita and Tanaka get into a brawl, which is good. And then she just kind of walks to the hallway. And it was sort of an ED sort of thing, but at the same time, I mean, that's what happened in the show, so it was kind of a bit of a blending there. Like, the credits were rolling as she did it, but that does seem like it was what happened after she left the room. That's pretty cool. And yeah, poor, what was his name? Tamon the pet. Yeah, he was on her face, and when he got off, he was like burned and steamy, and like just, ow. Ow, this girl. She's hot, straight up. So yeah. Okay. It was a decent ending, but my thoughts on the show as a whole. This show, it always followed a pretty simple formula. Ueno has a thing for Tanaka, and she would usually come up with some new invention every segment that sort of helped her get closer to him, basically. Whether it be through hand holding, through charging, train groping, all of it was pretty much to help their relationship, having him drink her pee, just all this stuff. It's usually how it goes, and the show's called, the English translation is How Clumsy Are You, Ueno-san? And that title comes from the fact that every time she tries one of these invention strategies, something goes wrong. I mean, the inventions themselves usually work fine, more or less as intended, but Tanaka is really the factor that usually messes things up a lot, because he's a pretty unpredictable sort of guy. He's very dense, or at the very least pretends to be, and he just kind of goes at his own pace, and sometimes, just doesn't pick up on what's supposed to be done here, or doesn't care to, and just completely messes up her plans, which is always fun to watch. And part of the fun of the show was seeing what crazy inventions she would come up with next. I still think the most crazy one to me, the one that left the biggest impression on me, was the whole charging cord thing. Just like charging his phone in her crotch or whatever, just like, yeah. And, having to rub the legs to charge. That was probably my favorite. That was something else. That was good. But there were all sorts of fun inventions throughout the show. I can't remember them off the top of my head. But, there were some good ones, for sure. Imashita was always just kind of there. She really reminded me of Yuki Nagato from the Haruhi series, because, she looks similar to her for one thing, and she's also just kind of in the class reading a book usually while everyone else does their thing. Again, very much like that character. So she reminded me a lot of that, probably intentional. I remember one comment I got in a video that talked about how they think some of these other characters are supposed to be like based off of Monogatari characters, or kind of like that, were inspired by, whatever. And, it kind of seems like that, we had our twins, which, we had our fire sisters and the Monogatari series, and just various other very interesting characters throughout the show. A lot of them were like sports captains and stuff, which was interesting. They had very interesting personalities. We had the one swimming girl, Kitanaga, that just like takes off her swimsuit in the middle of the science club room and just flaunts around near Tanaka and then freaks out when it actually barely touches her and all that. We had our very sweaty girl, Nishihara. She was something, Oh yeah, that was also one of my favorite inventions. When she had like the clothing that absorbs all the sweat, which was already a pretty good invention, but then it had like these tubes so you could like drink it up, like it's converted to regular water, and you would just drink it. That was probably my favorite scene in the whole show. It was up there at the very least, like top 5 definitely. When Ueno just starts just suckling at it, that was great. That was at least top 3 actually. That was really good. Oh, another top 3 scene was when just Tanaka, with the spanking scene, when Tanaka really went to town on Ueno. That was some good stuff. Just like, you can't leave, I'm not done yet. Just kept going at it. That was good. That also left a pretty big impression on me. And yeah, just that was good, definitely. Anyone else? I mean, Mizuna and Yomogi, the sisters, I really didn't expect them to be Tanaka's sisters, but it made sense after I learned that was the thing. And I did like them. I liked their background music especially. I really liked their background music. They didn't really get a huge amount of screen time in the grand scheme of things, but I liked what they had. That was good. And this character here, we barely get any of her, Unogawa. She just shows up in the last episode, and then that's it. That's it, never again. Although I guess kind of the same thing with Mina. She was only in one scene last episode and never came back, but it'd be nice if it's set of season 2, because I would like to see these characters again sometime. I grew kind of attached to some of them. A little bit. But, let's see, what else is there really to say on this one? I think I covered all the characters, really. They did less with the whole Tamon pet than I expected them to. He was just always just kind of in the background doing his own thing. He was... After the episode Tamon was made, it didn't really... There wasn't really any scenes focused on him, which kind of surprised me. I thought we'd get a little bit more of that. But it doesn't really matter much either way. Yeah, this was a pretty funny, crazy, silly show that I had a lot of fun watching. Like I said, I wasn't completely sold on it after the first episode, but I kept watching it, and it grew on me pretty quickly after that. It was like, yeah, this is some good stuff. I enjoy watching what craziness happens every week, every episode. And yeah, I mean, segments are obviously hit or miss. That's just the nature of these sort of shows. But there were plenty of hits, and yeah, I'm glad I watched it. So yeah. This was an enjoyable show, and I hope we get more of it someday. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.